And how important, I mean, you wrote the definitive book on Guantanamo. How important was that to kind of opening up now, using facilities in other countries that have horrendous conditions and forms of torture? Do you see those two as part of a bigger story in American politics?
100%. I see how we used a secret, prison, very much within the lungs of Guantanamo in terms of we didn't know who went there, we didn't know what the conditions were. It wasn't really ripe for this, and sort of trying to finagle it afterwards. The just pushing aside of the law in the sense that we'll figure that out later. And we've had more process here than we had in the initial Guantanamo, and for years. So and the idea that there's another really important piece of this, and it's sort of
Mhm.
across the whole thing, which is that Guantanamo created the notion that if you were just in a certain area, a certain place, a certain time, you were guilty. If you belong to a certain group, and I mean group by nationality, you were guilty. And so we rounded up groups and not individuals. And when these first people got to Guantanamo talking about that book, no one knew who they were. All of their information had been put in one pillowcase that that was not discernible and separable from one another. And so this idea that we can go after categories of humans rather than individual humans is a legacy of Guantanamo, and it's the reason Guantanamo is still such a problem, and that it's still there, and isn't closed. And it was a turn that we took that has not been reparable, and so which brings us to the issue of